So don't go on because otherwise it messes up the stream. Hello. Success. We are live. Awesome. So while I wait for everything to just get going, clean off my camera here. Yay! And it's been a minute, you guys. Let me wipe this off. Sorry. I was looking a little thick and fuzzy. Oh my gosh. So right off the bat, I'm going to tell you it's a hot day here. It's a hot day in paradise. And so I'm in my bathing suit because it's hot. It's actually wet. So I actually hopped in the shower. And so you can't really tell, but like I'm a little damp right now, people, because it's toasty. And I'm waiting for the pool guy to come to put whatever chemicals and stuff in the pool, make it all sparkling, and then we can go jump in the pool. But for the moment, I have to wait. So hello, everybody. It's been a minute, and it's getting toasty down here in the Caribbean. So it's nice. It's a little early for it to get this hot, but I can't complain. I mean, you know, why would I complain? Good to be here. How's everybody doing? What day are we on? What day is this? What day is it? I know it's Saturday, but like, how long have we been in the house? Are you losing track of the days? Are you like, so I was on a conference call like just over a week ago, and it happened to be on a Friday. Did I mention this already? I may have mentioned in another stream. Can I tell you, I had no idea what day it was. I thought it was Wednesday, and I was like, what is today Wednesday now? And they're like, Kelly, it's Friday. It's kind of embarrassing, but like, what's the difference? They're all the same. There's nothing to mark the difference between days. So anyway, you guys, I just wanted to check in and say hello. I'm doing really well. We're doing really well. Definitely had a few moments where it was like, you know, starts to get to your head, and like sort of the psychology of being told like you cannot go out, you can't touch another person, you can't like be with your friends, starts to wear on you, right? And so it's funny because, you know, I've talked before about how I've tended to be like really very positive, and not just now. I mean, I've been working on this kind of stuff. I've been reading these kinds of books and doing this kind of work for years. And now that one of these moments has happened, pardon me, where you need to be, you know, need to dig into your like inner constitution to kind of get through some of this stuff, it's sort of for me, and it's been really helpful. But I've had some people go, you know, that positive crap. Nobody wants to hear about that. You know, people are dying out here. They don't want to hear this positive stuff. And I was like, really? You know, the Bill Gates and that. Oh no, not an understood connection. So I looked at some of the videos, like the stuff about Bill Gates and all of the, you know, New World Order stuff. So I've seen all that. Well, not all of it, but some of it. And really some of it I thought was just fascinating, like the depths of evil, basically, that some people will go to try to establish this world domination and everything, and like knock off a big majority of the population. I found that even in just looking at a little bit of it, kind of considering some of the possibilities, it was so nefarious and so dark and ugly and all of that made my mind start tripping. Like a couple nights I was up like thinking about all these like what if and eventualities, like in some fancy touch with reality, like I'm a crazy person, but I'm choosing a reality that I choose. Okay, sorry. So some of my connection's unstable. Can someone please let me know if the image is clear or is it pixelating? Yeah, right, exactly. Jesus, exactly, right? And so, you know, I don't really care what people have to say. I don't care if people are like, we don't hear that positive crap. First of all, it works for me. Second of all, I've heard from a number of you, thank you very much, who said thank you so much for those messages. It really helps us get through this, whatever. And that's kind of why I'm doing this, right? I don't receive any direct benefit other than just knowing that I'm hopefully offering something to humanity in some way, some small way perhaps, to help somebody feel better. Maybe it's blurred. Sucks. What can I do, you guys? I have done everything. I have done everything. Well, maybe you can just listen. I don't know what to say. Hang on, I'm gonna plug in. This shouldn't matter. It's like my power source, but that shouldn't make any difference. I got 100% battery anyway. But what's up, Richie, by the way? What's up? Richie Rich? What was I saying? It just makes me feel better. Choosing to just do the voice and turn off the camera? Okay, maybe. How do I turn off the camera? I don't know. Sorry. Well, I'm not sure how to turn off the camera right this minute. I can do it at the beginning. There's my microphone. I don't want to end the stream. I'm going to keep it on. Oh, the best of R&B. Yeah, you know, I've been thinking about some different topics. Like, I just wanted to break, for it to be honest. I just wanted to break from all this for a minute. I wanted to just, like, be in my space and kind of go through my own assessment. Because, like I said, I had some, you know, a couple days where I was like, wow, this is a trip, you know? And, like, are they going to, like, force us all to be vaccinated? Like, I am not going for that. They're going to tie me down. And, you know, I mean, I don't want to put that out there. But I'm just saying I would never voluntarily sign up for some supposed vaccine, right? We've all been to Tuskegee experimented. We know what's up with that. And so I'm not going there. But just the idea that there'd be a possibility and someone wants to vaccinate the entire planet, like, how about we build up our immune systems? How about we eat healthy foods? How about we engage in behaviors that are life-giving and life-affirming as opposed to, you know, something that supposedly counteract negative stuff? The whole point of living is smiling. There you go. Laughing orgasms. Yep. Having children and enjoying positive energy frequencies. Right. Don't listen to folks wanting to stew in negativity. Plenty of time for pain. Like, ding, 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 ding. 100% Caribbean Casanova. That's exactly right. We are meant to be thriving, happy, abundant, joyful, orgasmic. Yes. All of that. We're meant to operate within communities. We're meant to know that we are one with God. God is in us. It's not like some, you know, man in the clouds kind of situation. We are. So let me show you this little, I don't know if you can see it, right? Because the connection, but it's called the Abundance Book. And I was just looking through, I have like a little basket under my nightstand next to my bed. And this has been in there forever. I don't even know who got this little book. It's like a little thing. It's like pocket size, can fit in your like pocket of your jacket or my purse, whatever. And I've had it for years. I don't even know where I got it, but I pulled it out today. I was like, oh, this is a cool little thing. Let me look at this. The first pages talk about. See, you can't see. I was underlining in some red, and like the ancient wisdom. I'm talking about like ancient Africans and all this stuff, like civilizations gone by long ago. All knew that the true, and they weren't even talking about wealth. They were just talking about like well-being. The energy comes from our connection to our source. And the more we are clear that we are connected to our source, or the more we know ourselves, meaning the more we are connected to source, the better off we are in terms of our health, prosperity, like everything flows from there. And it goes on to talk a little bit about how, as this knowledge advanced, organized religion came into it. Let me see what then Emperor Theodosius, right? And the official religion of the state way back then, when the institution, let me just read this, when the institution assumed complete control over individual minds, humanity entered the 1,000-year period where there were few in literature, science, education. Because again, institutions, the state, started squashing individuals' ability, or telling people, no, don't rely on yourself, don't trust yourself, don't trust the God side of you that you intuitively know. No, don't do that. Let us tell you what you should eat. Let us tell you how you should run beforehand. Just quickly, I'm not going to read you a bunch of stuff, but just quickly, it says, when you know your true identity, you will realize that you are one with the living Father. Man's consciousness of the presence within constitutes his supply. This is why I do what I do. This is why I don't listen to that crap on this telling me supposedly when's a good day, when's a bad day, when I make money, when I can't make money, how I'm supposed to feel. Fuck that, excuse me, but I'm not. I listen to how I feel. And that's, I have success. I'm talking to you. Skin, like I said, damp. I got out of the shower and came immediately online. But I don't want to dry out without the coconut oil. So keeps me hydrated, keeps my skin hydrated. But when I can feel I'm disconnected from my source, and we all can, and you don't even have to train for years or whatever. You don't have to have read 18 books, whatever but feelings. You're feeling naturally joyful and happy and balance in your life, and things make you smile and feel relaxed, that means you are connected to that flow of energy that's inside of all of us. It's like, yep, you're on the right path. Yep, whatever you're doing, you're having a good meal, you're having a nice time with friends, you're taking care of yourself in whatever way. You hear me? If you're doing those things, and those kinds of things, it's also a clue that you've lost your way. You're disconnected to life-giving thing is on the planet. We're disconnected from that when we feel, stuck and upset, whatever. And it's natural, right? Feelings, we have feelings to let us know. So it's not about like, don't ever feel bad. Of course you can feel bad sometimes. It's natural to feel that way. But what do you do when you get there? You want to recognize, wait a second, like I'm noticing, take some time to notice yourself, right? I'm noticing that I feel jealous of that person because they have, whatever, something I want, or their life, they're able to be happy in a situation and I'm not. That's a clue. It doesn't mean you're bad for feeling jealous. You can, hey everybody, hola, thanks for checking in, you guys. Hi, do that. It doesn't mean that you're bad for feeling jealous, or for feeling angry, or for feeling lonely or depressed, whatever. It just is, it's a clue to let you know, hey, check in with yourself, right? What the hell? Can somebody please tell me what? Let's read. All right, what's the difference between martial law and quarantine? I'm looking at your comment here. What's the difference between martial law and quarantine? The truth is, people have a choice to either live in or out of nature. Right, exactly. And listen, like every place else, so many stores are closed. Do I talk now? I keep getting a message that the connection's unstable. Can somebody please tell me, because I keep getting a message my connection's unstable, wait while we reconnect. So I don't know if you're hearing my whole thing or not. Can somebody tell me something? I don't know, I'm just talking. But one of the things I've noticed that's really interesting about being here, and maybe you've noticed it too wherever you are, is that there's been a return to like the natural flow of things. So I don't just mean the environment, the ecology, there's that too, and I'll talk about that in a second because I had an amazing experience yesterday. But like natural forms of commerce, right? So where I live, there's lots of farmers, and I mentioned before that I have some friends here who are non-Dominican, and they're white, right? And they called me early on when this whole thing started. They're like, oh my God, if the economy crashes, or they were basically worried that they were going to be broken in, their homes would be broken into, like Dominicans were going to like rob them. And I was like, what? Like, no, that's who you want to know. At a time like this, that's who you want to know, because Dominican people know how to live. They've been living here long before any of us got here, and it's a wisdom, it's ancient wisdom, how to be one with nature, how to properties, or don't eat that fish, but eat that one. When you go, they would go fishing, and it's actually, sorry, I was going to do a video. People like the local who fish, some of them have, regular rods and stuff, but apparently there's some people who like weave together like basket kind of things out of palm leaves or whatever, and go in these little bitty like fishing boats way out in the sea, and they catch fish some kind of way with those. And so at some point I'm going to ask you to go out in one of those boats and just witness that, because I think that's fascinating. But I kind of like the fact that a lot of us are getting back to, hey, some self-sufficiency and communal sufficiency. So for example, if you have just even like if you have a window box, if you live in an apartment and have a window box and you can grow some fresh herbs, that's great. You don't have to depend upon whatever little store to get you your parsley or your basil or what have you. If you grow some tomatoes or some cucumbers or whatever, you're in a much better position than someone who has no ability to provide for themselves. So I hope that lasts. My neighbor's going to put a little space in my garden for me so I can have my little, different things I'm growing, just some little veggies and all that. It's fantastic. So let me check your comments. Are the beaches closed? So the deal is that you're not supposed to gather, congregate, and like party on the beach and hang out. You're definitely allowed to walk on the beach during the day, go for a run. I went to the beach yesterday, and so beautiful. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. And I did get in the water. Apparently you're not supposed to get in the water and like be hanging out, but how can you not get in the water? Can I just tell you though, like right by the shore, the water is so clear. It's like glass. It's like glass. But you could see like the little individual, grains of sand at the bottom, like all kinds of little tiny things, little fish in there. It was beautiful, phenomenally beautiful.
And it was warm, and just like I floated for a while, looking up at the clouds, like just thank you, God, thank you. This is what this aren't full of pollution. The water's not full of trash, and fish are going to the shore because there's no threat. Obviously I'm gonna keep eating. I'll just say, but my point is that all of the human nastiness, everything is beautiful. So if we take care of each other, we take care of the plenty for everybody, right? What else are you talking about? Hey, but how far am I from Santo Domingo? I'm from Puerto Plata. Yeah, so it's been really interesting to see how, or like to recognize the natural, the regular market. So here's another example. Like I was going to go to the grocery store early this morning just to pick up, like 4 things. I don't really need anything. I have food here, but I wanted to do a couple of just whatever. And I also wanted to get out for a hot second. But my car wouldn't start. It's like the battery died. So my neighbor tried to charge with his car, and that didn't work. And then my other neighbor was like, oh, I got something else. And so he ended up charging it for me. But it was great to just notice, like, okay, I can call this person, that person, the other person, and so on. So, all these different guys like, hey, and that people can come through, right? And so I love that we're coming together. I mean, you could always probably call a friend or a neighbor to help you if you needed to jump. But there was something about it, the way it felt was like, absolutely people coming to help people, because remember, the mechanic shops are closed. I called a mechanic and he's like, well, yeah, but if I can get a part and not till Monday, blah, blah, blah. So there's like this, it's almost like a black market kind of situation, like, well, who knows somebody who can get me a battery? Who knows somebody who can get me a new tire if I need a tire, or that kind of stuff. And I'm all about it. I'm all about like, hey, how can we create our own little ecosystem here, economic ecosystem? And so I would challenge you, not challenge, but offer you building that kind of community wherever you are, so that, let's say you need some salt, you need some Alka-Seltzer, you need some whatever. Who can you go to, right? Like it's a pooling of resources. And I think that's one of the reasons that a lot of these so-called poor communities, remember somebody called these kind of shithole countries, they thrive. These people can be okay because they've been living close to the earth, close to nature, with one another for a long, long time. And they recognize that connection to source is primary. Whether you call it Jesus, whether you call it, I'm not going to get into that, but they're the most spiritual. Rented this villa. And again, it's like always really poor people. We were in a little village and the villa was like right on the cliff. You see stingrays circling in the water below. It was beautiful. But around us, and there are other villas there. But anyway, if we drove kind of nearby, there were poorer people in this little village, and you know what I mean? And I notice it's often the people who have the least, technically, like have to live and say, hey, come have dinner with family, come on over, and let's share this and that, because their hearts are just open in a different way. Then there's those of us who've been used, or told that what's more connection on stage. If you guys can hear me or not. Anyway, those of two. Andrew, can you check and make sure that thing is plugged in tight in the kitchen, please? Okay. Can you guys tell me? Okay, so I was talking about I keep getting the sign that the signal that I'm disconnected, so I don't know if you can hear me or not. Anyway, so I've noticed in my travels that usually the poorest, like economically poorest people are actually the richest in spirit and often in kindness and in community. They all rely on each other, not worried about like, you have more than I have, or I'm going to hoard this. That's totally not what it's about. And so, the Bible says the meek shall inherit the earth, right? Those who seemingly have the least that will have the most faith. They have the most like spiritual currency. So, so it's been really interesting to watch and see. Hola, espero que se ahora sí, estoy muy bien, Travis. Gracias. Panic mode, yeah, no. See, so I had some people contact me. I think I mentioned this before when this first started unraveling. Like, are you gonna come home? Are you gonna come home? I was like, nope. No point did I feel like I wanted to get on a plane and fly back to the U.S. because I already knew. It's like, first of all, that's where a lot of the control stuff is coming on. They're intentionally putting fear out there because people get fearful then it's easy to say, like you mentioned martial law, that's easy to go, oh, well, we need to have police in the street. We need to regulate everything now to keep you from harming yourselves, basically. It always comes under the guise of, we're here to help you. But I'm good. I can help myself. I have my community to help me. I don't want the state to intervene, supposedly, and help me. Help me by putting a needle in my arm? That doesn't feel like help to me. So let me ask you guys this. What's up with this government paycheck thing, right? It's supposed to be giving people $1,200 or however many. If you have kids, you get $500 per kid. My understanding is that in the US, you have to pay that back next year, not this tax season, but next tax season, right? So it's my coconut oil, by the way, in the rum bottle. It's like a rum bottle. Love how they do it here. You know, I don't know. I just don't. If you're going to help. How come they can bail out banks and, you know, remember the automotive industry and all that kind of stuff, bail out billion-dollar industries, but when it comes to actual people who need the help and who don't have any other means, they're going to give you a measly check for $1,200 and then you're supposed to pay back? Come on, man. Anybody seem fishy about that? I'm not for it. I'm not for it. What I am for is figuring out, hey, how can I help you? How can you help me? How can we create a symbiotic relationship, you know, between us and then between you and them, and then it becomes a big circle, right? Concentric circles where everybody's helping everybody, and then next thing you know, we have a whole community that's helping each other, and then that community over there has got their thing together, then we help, and then that becomes an ecosystem, a thriving win-win-win-win-win-win-win ecosystem. What about that paradigm? What do you say about that? Okay, what else can I tell you? I did write some things down. Oh, so here, yeah, so in terms of like creating these ecosystems among communities, it's really important, and I do this as part of like my work, but also just in general, you want to positively leverage your relationships. And when I say positively, I've got hair stuck on my back because I'm wet. Positively leverage your relationship. So there's nothing wrong with like using the relationships you have to benefit yourself, right? But that's why I put positively leverage, because I'm not talking about, you know, taking advantage. You, oh, that person doesn't know that much about it, so I'm going to use, you know, take an unfair advantage. I never ever mean take unfair advantage of someone. I don't believe in that. I think that's unethical, immoral. We all know right and wrong. So I'm talking about, okay, I can help somebody, they can help me. That's fair. Everybody wins, right? Being positive is the best medicine. We're all going to be out of this in no time. There's no need to panic away. Yeah, it is. Positivity is always best medicine. I mean, it's the way to live, period. Whether we're in this situation or any other situation, whether we're talking about a global type of situation, if we're talking about something between, you know, you and a family member, something on the job, whatever it is, with yourself, right? It's always, again, that doesn't mean that we don't feel terrible sometimes, or have like a legitimate beef with somebody, but there's a way to consider it and to address it from a positive standpoint. And so I was telling my son about this the other day when I looked like down maybe in the driveway area and noticed the wall, that side of the house where you see like really pretty flowers and some trees. How do you, maybe that makes you feel better. You know? Same house, how are you looking at it? Right, you could stay on the east side of the building. I could stay on the north side. You see blue because it's painted on that side. I see red. And we're both, no, it's blue, it's red, it's blue, it's red. But we're both right. Which view, which perspective makes you have that better feeling inside? Well, if it's that side or whatever it is, if it's the blue side, then I'm gonna go stand over there and notice the blue building. If it's the red side, I would rather pay attention to the red. Doesn't mean the blue doesn't exist. It doesn't mean that we're like denying ourselves, we're in some crazy mode, but it's like, no, I'd rather choose to view this because feeling better is the channel. That is the connective tissue to getting all the results you want. So whether it's more money, better sex, improved health, whatever you want, feeling good and staying in that positive space that's like the road there. If you're on some trip about why everything's bad, guess what? You're gonna be attracting more of the bad crap. You know, the bad molecules are like, oh cool, we're looking for someone to party with. Here we come, clump, 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 clump. And they all get on you, right? That's a very unscientific way to break it down, but you know what I mean? So I feel good in my little happy moment. I have my moment. You know, definitely had my moments. I had some moments during the course of the week where it wasn't like negative feelings, like lethargy. Man, I was just dragging for a couple of days. I got very little done in terms of like work stuff. I did what I had to do, but I still had some of the things I really want to do. And then I'm like, you know, Kelly, chill. Let's have some time, some downtime. You know, and you might say, well, I got plenty of downtime now. What else are you doing? Dragging for a couple of days. I got very little done in terms of like work stuff. I did what I had to do. But I still have to do. And then I was like, you know, Kelly, to shut the whole damn world down. Like no time, right? It took maybe a week or two max to shut it all down. That's crazy to down. And I'm not trying to rely on any system that can just change my world that way, that fast. I'm not really and makes the bread, you know, so is the gold trader, so is the person who makes the saddles for the horses or the camels or whatever, the blacksmith, all of that, right? The educator, what have you. And you know, civilizations have been thriving for a long time. So that's where I am with that one, you guys. I would definitely recommend, if you're not already doing it, setting aside quiet time to just, I don't know, let your mind drift. Stare out the window and look at the clouds. Just do that. Just have some time where it's very unscheduled. Look, it's intentionally scheduled to be quiet time. You know, not just if you happen to be staring at Netflix, like time let off, disconnect from everything and just let yourself just be. And that's what I've been doing. I haven't really done a lot of videos lately. I mean, I did quite a few and then I just kind of shut it down for a minute. I didn't really want to be connected. I was like, no, I want to be disconnected and just. So, sorry, because you can't see my cute bikini. Can you see my cute little bikini? Well, you see all that. Anyway, but I'm gonna go. Hopefully the pool guy's been here and the water is clear now. Here in the DR, we have a curfew in place now. I think it's been extended through May, but we have to be in the house by 5 o'clock. Kind of a trip, right? And during the days when I wasn't doing anything anyway, which is most days, just staying in the house, right? It's not a big deal. But like when I was out yesterday at the beach, 4 o'clock happened, quick 7 minutes maybe to get home feet. 7 minutes maybe to get home feet. But okay, start kind of hustling, getting back up and be home for the trip, right? It's like being a teenager. Can you hear me? What the what? Oh. So I'm saying that it was a mental trip being out and like that the curfew hour approaching, like the pumpkin hour, right? Like a teenager, I better get home, I don't want to get in trouble. It's exactly that, because they've been putting people in jail here who violate curfew. And I don't know, like in my town, how hardcore they are about it, but I'm not trying to find out. You know, there's little cops all over the place. And they're little young guys, for the most part, who ride around their little motorcycles. And they got some trucks, like, you know, pickup trucks, not big paddy wagons. But it's a trip when you ride around, you see them with like little pylons in the streets, different, you know, kind of sectioning off the streets, like how you drive through. And I figure, why would I even put myself, why would I try, why would I be willing, I guess, not try, why would I be willing to be out past curfew and have to be stopped and say whatever and answer some questions and show my registration and all that. Like, nah, I'm not gonna, I don't need hassle. So, you know, we're here on time. If we go out at all, we don't go out much. But again, just psychologically knowing that you have to, you know, be responsive. and see friends, you know, like I saw someone at the grocery store the other day and I was like, hey, ordinarily I would have gone up and given her a hug and a kiss and what's up? And like I saw some people at the beach yesterday and I couldn't hug anybody. That's weird. Some people who came today to help me with my car and hug him, you know, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of weird. So, but I think my neighbors and I are going to do a little together tomorrow at our pool. Everybody bring their little drinks and snacks, whatever, and like have a little community hangout at our pool because, you know, we're all here. Everybody's home, that's for sure. There's only a few of us. But like, you know, we're here, but make the best of it. So we're going to have a little, I don't know if I call it a party, but a little get together at our swimming pool. So how are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Maria's good with the video quality. Yeah, the video quality, I'm looking at some of your comments now. The video quality, I don't know what to do about this, you guys. I've talked about it before. I've had my internet guy up here repeatedly. I've changed companies. It's terrible because half the fun of looking at my videos in particular is the beautiful background. I mean, not just me. You want to see me clearly, of course, like you want to see anybody. But like when I show you the beautiful place where I am, it sucks if you can't really see it. And I don't really watch my videos that much, but if I go back and like look at something just to check and I see the quality is terrible, it's very annoying. So I'm sorry. I wish I could fix it. I'm not quite sure how. Let me see what I do here. Yeah. So anyway, but I'm doing great. I'm doing really well. And I'm fortunate to still have some work. It's not a ton, but it's some. And I feel really positive. So I would encourage you to definitely find time to be still, to tune in to what your real source is, the real source of your wealth and of your health, and where your health is your wealth, right? Like your true wealth is your health, is your sound mind, is your relationships, your strong relationships, is, you know, having good food to eat, all those kinds of things. That's what really makes you wealthy. It's not about money in the bank. Yes, we all want money. Yes, we all want to prosper and thrive and everything. But, and I also, I'll tell you this, I had this thought recently. Honestly, like pursuing money just to have it is really secondary for me now, because sure, I want to have money. I want to be able to live very well and you know, if I want a new pair of shoes, I want to be able to go get them. If I want to have my child in this school, I want him to be able to go there. But honestly, what's more important to me by far, the overarching thing that I want is I want a relationship with my source. I want to be in touch with the creator at all times. Like that is my leading principle. That is my guiding light. That's my North Star, right? And if I'm in line with that, if I know that I am, you know, one with what creates all things, with the creator, you know, knowing myself, like knowing the living Father, then I'm going to have all the stuff I need. I'm going to have wealth, right? Which means I can put my son in this, get myself some shoes, or buy what I need at the grocery store when I need to. Like it says, seek first the kingdom, which is inside, know yourself, and then all else will be added. So we're not going to be left hanging. So your job, my job, that's really not the source of our wealth. Yes, of course we need money to pay our bills, to pay your mortgage, your rent, your car note, whatever you have. But if you're freaking out because you feel, okay, it's my job, I don't have my job, know that your job is not the source, not the true source, right? We feel love when we have a relationship, but if you love yourself, if you can get really clear on like feeling good about who you are at any moment, no matter what you look like, no matter what weight you are, no matter what kind of familiar relationships you have, if you can begin to just feel good and trust in yourself and believe that everything you have, you already need within you, you will see doors will start to open. It's like sort of magical things will start to happen. Provided for. So I feel like that's how I got to live in the place where I'm living now, like actually living. And that's how I arrived at this mindset, because again, years and years and years of like practicing this and different things and listening to it. By the way, thank you to all you guys who give me the thumbs up. So I see that now, and thank you. Just because it lets me know that it's resonating with what I'm talking about. Yes, I have Instagram. I'm not really active on Instagram. I know it's the thing everyone's doing now. No, I'm not a super, as you can tell. I do have Instagram. I don't post a lot there, but yeah, I do. Different The hell? Why must I bought all this stuff, say, I bought all this extra equipment, I bought all this crap, and it's still not performing properly. Anyway, so that's it. I realize that you are one with the living Father. We are one with God. We're already one. Man's consciousness, so your awareness of the presence within, hello, constitutes his supply. Your supply is your wealth, right? So our awareness of the presence of God within us is our supply. That's where the resource really comes from. So get in touch with that, my people. Get in touch with it. Okay, I'm going to read some more of this book. I have something else underlined. Look at this. I underlined this a long time ago. I place my entire focus on God within, the only cause of my prosperity. I'll read that again in case it didn't come through. I place my entire 100% of my focus on God within, not in the clouds, within, as the only cause of my prosperity. That's it. The end. End stream. There's nothing else to say. The more we are in touch with God inside of ourselves, opens up. That's the key to Him. That is the key. You don't have to worry about your job. You don't have to worry about your man or your woman or whoever is trying to help you up. It's already in us. Everything we need. Right? That's what I'm going to do. And it's working. It's working. But have times, yeah, of course. But do I stay down? No, I don't. I put on my bikini. I go jump in the water. I take a swim. I pray. I meditate. I make good food. I make good love. I do what I need to do to get through life and be happy. So, same to you. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Happy Easter. Easter is tomorrow, mañana. This is Semana Santa. It's Holy Week here in the Dominican, well, everywhere. But here, normally it's like big party time. It's not party time this week. It's quiet. But you know what? I feel like it's a great time to be reflective and to be into practice some principles, right? Going within, finding your source within. And you'll know when you get there because it just feels so good. I mean, honestly, sometimes it feels so good. It can bring tears to your eyes. It's like this tears of joy and like knowing how good it is, how good the universe is. The universe is here to support us. We are supported. We are lifted up. We are provided for. Everything we need, we already have. All the answers to whatever you need to know, you already know. You have them within. You just have to get still and listen and ask, like, God, I need to know how I'm going to handle this. How am I going to do that? Whatever the question is, ask and then shut up. And then find time to be still on a regular basis and see what happens. See what happens. Okay, come on. I'm going to go check the pool. Love you guys. I'll check in soon. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for coming to visit with me today. Bye.